Welcome to Spotlight 814. We are back. We're finally back. Finally for real this time. I am Ryan Dolly. I am here with Brenna Thumler. Hi, Brenna.
Hi, Ryan.
Hi. How
It's been weeks.
It's been months. Like over a month. And we are also here with two members of the busiest theater family in history.
It's true.
The Kress clan. We have the Wimpy Kid himself from Diary of a Wimpy Kid at the Erie Playhouse, Cavin Kress. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
It's good to have you here.
Are you feeling wimpy?
I'm not really.
I'm always feeling wimpy, man. I thought that book was written about me. And Dad's here,
Yep.
Rick Kress, who will be playing, you're playing Harry the Horse.
Oh, no. Actually, so I'm Arvide.
Oh, you're
Harry,
Arvide.
Harry the Horse. Actually, Richard Davis is reprising that role again.
I read
So
the
that'll be
wrong
wrong
Richard.
Richard.
It'll
Wrong
be great.
Richard.
Yep. Oh, yeah. That's actually funny you mention that because in the read-through, people would say Richard. And I looked.
Yes.
Because I've been in Richard-directed shows,
Uh-huh.
but I've never been in a show with Richard.
Yeah.
So now when people call it out, it's really driving me nuts. But yeah.
Do you ever go by Rick?
Yeah, Richard. I guess in theater, most people know me as Richard.
Okay.
Which is,
Maybe during that show, you should go by Rick.
maybe. Yeah.
Ricky.
Just simplify things.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
My
Yeah.
dad
Ricky
calls me
Steamboat.
Ricky.
His grandma called him Ricky. I heard
Oh,
it.
Yep.
Hey, Ricky.
Yep, little Ricky. Yeah, old habits die hard when it comes to the nicknames. So.
That's awesome. I'm calling you Ricky forever now.
No.
Well, that's funny you mentioned it. So, like, I will brag this up too, because you're a big deal. I get the podcast and stuff.
Oh.
Like, yeah, I know Ryan. We go way back, but his older brother Connor and I were in the same class, and we were buddies. We went to high school together,
Yeah.
and then next thing you know, I'm like, oh, Ryan's doing this theater thing at Gannon, and he's here, and he's there, and he's traveling and everything like that. And we're always like super proud of you, like when we hear the stories come home about like going on and traveling the world and all that stuff.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hey, we love seeing you guys on stage. Kids are adorable, and it's awesome. And I can't wait to see Cavin in Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Absolutely. Yeah.
How's that going, man?
It's going good. We are in a really good place. We just need to work out some little tweaks to our stuff. But honestly, everyone's at an appropriate volume, and we added mics the other day, so we're doing great.
That's
I
awesome.
love that.
Now, did you read the book series before this? Were you familiar with it at all?
Not really. I've seen I can't even count how much people grab the books from the
Yeah.
library.
Yeah.
But
It's actually
I definitely.
it's the fourth best-selling book series of all time.
Of all time.
Yeah, of all
Wow.
time. Yeah.
I'm gonna read it.
Millions of copies. And actually,
Oh.
we've been saying like, hey, kind of became a new fan of the series through the show, through the
Yeah.
musical. Like,
Yeah.
but-
So tell us about the character a little bit. Who are you playing?
I'm playing Greg Heffley, and he's this kid who's trying to face the challenges of middle school, but he keeps getting punished by people like Patty Farrell who want to be much better than him, and and
Worst.
and people are disgusting him, like Fregley, who's like trying to give him boogers and disgusting blisters and all that stuff, and he's like, no, I'm good. So, but then he finds himself this kid. He is, of course, a little crazy, but him and Greg become friends.
Yeah.
And then they eventually find a good friendship and realize that you don't have to be at the same popularity level to be friends.
Yeah, you don't have to share boogers to be friends.
You don't have to share boogers to be friends.
It's news to me.
yeah. And the kid playing Oren, the kid playing Rowley, he's a hoot too. He's doing a great job.
Yes, and it was actually very perfect casting. I'm pretty similar to Greg in my own life, and Oren is definitely Rowley. Definitely. He won't stop hugging me.
That's true. Yeah. Look at the promotional photos. Yeah.
I saw the promo shots, actually. It's really funny.
That's
Your
that's
face
for
is
real.
perfect for it. You're just like,
They told me looking or something.
stop hugging me.
Is this your first lead role? Is this your first
This is my second, but it's my first that's like really honored. My first one was down at a little theater, Footlights,
Okay.
Yeah.
and I played in James and the Giant Peach.
Great show. Great show.
Yeah.
Adorable. Like,
Yeah.
I'm his dad, but I think anyone was tearing up.
I was like, I don't know, 9. I was 9. Now I'm 12.
Yeah.
So I've come a long way from there.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So this is like your
Now-
13th show, right?
this is my. You actually guessed it. That's
I
my
didn't guess
13th
it. I
show.
watched the news last night, and I
Oh,
I heard you say it.
He's on the
Yeah.
media circuit this weekend.
Yeah, he's on his media tour. Kevin, you were great on the news. You probably met my good friend John Duckworth. He's a very good friend of mine.
Yeah.
And all those guys at Erie News now, I love them to death.
Amanda, Kara.
Yeah,
They were
Really
great.
nice.
yeah.
They make you feel real comfortable and at home there, despite all the crazy stuff there. My daughter Natalie and I actually did the First at 4 last year for Sound of Music down in Meadville,
Mhm.
and she was supposed to be there to do the bonus content, the streaming afterwards. But I walked in with her, and they're like, "Oh no, she's on.
She's a star."
Yeah, she's on my lap, and that's the thing. She's a real show stealer. She's got a little fan club and all kinds of stuff going on there, right? We walk in,
Dude.
everyone's like, "Natalie."
Natalie does
She's
steal the
actually
show.
getting sick of the attention though.
Yeah, it's almost too much. Yeah,
She's like
Hiding from the
Please.
paparazzi.
hiding away.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm seriously, as a dad though, I'm crazy proud of all the kids. This is a big moment for Cavin. Natalie's had her time. Lainey, I mean, she's a great belter, and she gets out there and just.
How old is she now?
And Lainey's 14.
Okay.
I am 2 ages younger.
Yep, he's 12, and then
It
Natalie's.
never changes. It really never changes.
Yeah, you'll be that same distance. Yeah,
I'll
And
always
then-
be 2 ages younger.
can't just break out of this helpless cycle. But yeah, Natalie's the baby of the family. Of course, she's 6, and yeah, she's got all the attitude to go along with it. In fact, she's at a Playhouse playtime storytellers
good.
class right now. So
Oh, great.
we're
Yeah.
everywhere, man.
Yeah, and she was definitely doing shows. She actually, Dad sort of already told you, but she was Gretel in Sound of Music.
Mhm.
So she's done a good amount of shows.
Are you proud of your
But-
sister?
I am very
Yeah.
proud of my sister. Yeah,
That's good.
but
Good.
Are they in anything right now, Natalie and Lainey?
Natalie is not in anything right now, and that was what I was tying into. The Playhouse is actually, they're making the ages bigger. And now that they're making the ages bigger, Natalie can't be in the show. I'm like, oh, come
Right.
on.
Yeah, it varies by show a little bit. Yeah. So I think a lot of things are 8 and up.
Yeah.
Like Diary was 8 and up, so she couldn't do that one. But they do have opportunities, with classes and things like that. And like I said, she's literally, across a few blocks west or east of
Yeah.
here
Yeah.
for one of the storytellers class right now. And I think Nemo was down to maybe 6 or something like that. Upcoming show with Newsies, that's 14 and up.
Right,
So
right.
Right.
some of the kids can't participate in that one as an example.
Well,
but
it just depends on the show, because
Oh, yeah.
some of them call for younger kids,
Yeah,
and some
for
of them, they have to be middle school aged.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Are there any other? Is Tuck Everlasting? Is that the other youth theater show?
I think so.
They definitely have Tuck coming to the
Yeah.
Playhouse too. Long delayed. That was like a pre-COVID
Yeah.
that's now finally happening.
Okay.
So it's good to see that coming in. But yeah, there's a great slate there. I think sometime in the next month here, we'll probably hear Academy's upcoming season announcement.
Yeah, should be
You'll
soon.
be on that, I guess, is
Yeah.
our source for the news here.
Yeah. It should be coming out soon. I'm gonna reach out to Julia. They announced it the last week of May last year.
Okay.
Because we had Julia on the show that
Yeah.
week. I know Barrow has their season all set. Paca's releasing their season next week, 2 weeks.
The
7th.
17th. Yeah.
Cool.
And that one, you guys don't want to miss that. That season is going to be good.
Yeah. Yeah,
Good.
actually, Holly and I are doing our first PACA show. It's called Closer Than Ever. It's like a concert review kind of show. So we're participating in that. And actually, Guys and Dolls, she and I are doing that one as well. So
Yeah.
it's kind of cool to as a whole family and different combinations of us. Sometimes it's just, Holly and I. Sometimes it's just Cavin in this one.
I just don't know how you guys do it. Sometimes I see that you're in a show in Franklin, and the rest of the family is in one show, and then one of the kids is in another show at another time. It's how do you do it?
I'll tell you what, we kind of overdid it last year. We were in 12 shows last year as a family.
It's cool.
And
So
I
easy.
actually, in my entire career before this year, I have actually done 12 shows total.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, And one more thing about the Wimpy Kid show is that Lainey, my sister, she would have done it, although she's going to be on her Washington, D.C. field trip.
Yeah, that's
She's
right.
going to Washington, D.C., so the reason she couldn't be in it was because of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, sometimes, life gets in the way.
Yeah.
And you gotta.
Washington, D.C. That's a cool thing to visit.
DC's pretty
Yes,
cool.
she's in 8th grade, so she gets to take her special Washington, D.C. trip.
Yeah, I like DC. It's a cool city.
Ruling the school in 8th grade, middle school. Then it's back to Little Fish in high school next year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you guys did 12 shows last year.
Yeah. And then what you were referring to there with the kind of making the schedule work. There was one point where I think we had 3 in different phases of the process there. So I was in Young Frankenstein at Academy, and that show was running. I had rehearsals for Gypsy. The girls, so Lainey and Natalie, were rehearsing for Descendants at the Playhouse at that time too. And then it was just all over the place. Actually, and Cavin there was 4. Cavin had already started rehearsals for Frozen at Academy.
4 shows at one time.
There was a point where there was actually 4, where we were just like, how are we going to do this? I mean, we had 4 cars. We had 2. So
need a helicopter.
Yeah, something. That would be awesome.
A bullet train.
Yeah.
Private bullet.
Absolutely.
Private bullet.
Yeah. Sign me up. I don't think I'd go for the helicopter, but we'll work on it.
Private bullet train. That should be your next book.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
like it.
interesting.
About the Kress family.
A departure from the other material.
It's about the Kress family going to rehearsal.
Yeah.
The world will love it.
But I mean, and actually, it's not just that. I mean, as many opportunities as there are for theater in town here, as adults, double, triple that. We have been to see some phenomenal school shows lately too.
Yeah.
The last 2 nights. I mean, we were at McDowell. We saw Little Mermaid on Thursday. Friday night, we were just out to see Seussical at Northeast. Also phenomenal.
I heard it was incredible.
I mean, once you throw in all of the opportunities for kids plus adults, all the theaters, the sheer quality that's available, to be in the audience or to actually participate in as a volunteer on stage, it's just crazy. I mean, crazy in a good way.
Yeah. Kevin, do you love it?
Wait, what?
Do you love being on stage?
I do like being on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Although I also do like being off stage because I like to when I'm at the Academy, I like to play Switch and then while I'm waiting for my scene.
Oh, right.
I usually don't get in trouble.
I usually don't get in trouble.
The friendships, yeah. That's kind of that's part of what we all say.
Yeah, you got your squad.
Yeah.
I actually have done sort of a loop with my shows because my first show was Frozen Junior at the Playhouse.
Yeah.
I was 8 and I had 2 ensemble parts, and just this last December I hit Frozen again.
Yeah.
So I've basically looped around.
We loved that.
Yeah.
Frozen at the Academy
Great
was
show.
so good.
Yeah. Tonight we're actually going, speaking of friends and whatnot, we're going with the Graybills, at least the ones that aren't on stage,
right?
To see Fiddler tonight too. So we're pretty excited.
Oh,
about
you guys
that.
are gonna love that.
Yeah, Fiddler was
Oh my gosh.
fantastic.
The last few, in general, the show's been great there, but just the staggering,
the quality.
I go out of there, my jaws just dropped.
Yeah, I mean the quality of shows in this area in general, it just blows my mind.
Absolutely, yeah.
And we're so lucky to have that.
Yep, yeah. Academy, Playhouse, Barrow. We've got Jesus Christ himself here.
Jesus. Yeah.
But how's that going, by the way?
It's going well.
Yeah.
We almost sold out last Sunday. We had a huge crowd last night. They seat 453 people. I didn't realize how big that house is. Yeah. So last Sunday we sold out.
That's amazing. That's great. Yeah.
And I think the houses are huge tomorrow and Sunday too. So
cool.
It's a lot of fun. I enjoy doing it. I love dying on stage.
Yep.
So it's kind of my thing.
It just keeps happening.
It's not even in the script. It's,
Yep. I did Cinderella down at Barrow. That was my first show down there. It was a great theater too. Yep. And they are all similar, 450 in that size. The 3 big ones, as I think of Academy, Barrow, and Playhouse.
When you're in the Barrow, you don't realize how big it is. You're like, oh, this is a little more intimate. I kind of like it, but there are so many seats in that theater.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. And then the little theaters, we actually we see a lot of stuff, but we loved Delicate's musical, by the way, too.
Oh, thank
We went as a
you.
family. Oh,
It's
like-
so good.
so good. Like we had the kids knew some of the kids in the show. So that was an obvious
Yep,
oh, we got to go out and support them. And then we're like, well, this is the one that Brenna wrote. And then we're like, oh, she also wrote the music and
She did it in 4 months.
4 months too.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like,
That's
what'd you do
crazy.
today? She's like, I wrote 6 songs.
Yeah. That is amazing. And it was really great. And now we're kind of fans of the book series too. We pre-ordered the book series too. And we didn't even know it was a trilogy till afterwards, but super awesome. Yeah.
Reaching new audiences.
Yeah.
by-
Yes.
Get down to
Sorry,
Werner
the
books and,
Yes.
Yeah, we were
We love
saying
Werner
about outselling for your Jesus Christ Superstar. I think my show might do the same
I
thing.
hope it does,
Because
man.
thanks
Yeah.
to Dad, I think half of my Fort LaBeouf Middle School will be coming on,
Yeah.
on like a bunch of people who saw the news commercial.
Dad's got
Yeah.
a bus
People who see
coming.
this podcast. But
Well, yeah. I mean, you're on your media tour here. Has it been fun?
it has been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I do many cool things in the show. Although I am sad to say that I can't really whistle, and I'm supposed to whistle for the show.
Do you just go like,
No, I do. Do.
okay.
But he can rap. Actually,
you can
I heard
rap.
about
Yeah.
this too. Yeah.
dude would be okay. Do a little rap.
Yeah. You want to
snippet.
give us a little,
You mind?
spit some bars?
Yeah, do it. Okay, let
Drop
me
a
be beats.
beat.
Like he's
If I had a lot of mom books, I'd be strutting. My teachers can't tell me none. I'd be driving all around in my Aston Martin. Got a diamond ball for me to fartin. Eating on my meals on the car in a suit of solid gold. Wearing aviator shoes made of alligators. Step off haters cause I'm fancy. Check if I'm a pansy. On a paparazzi wanna be me saying.
Heffley's tasty. That's what it says.
That was so good. I was just over here dancing. Like, I was like,
I worked on it for sure.
yeah. man.
Fantastic.
I
Oh my
know.
god.
Yeah, no, he's my
love
new
that.
favorite rapper, and it's probably right after Chris Peterson.
I don't know.
He was Frankenstein's monster in Young
I-
Frankenstein.
I think you got Chris.
I think it's Cavin, Chris, and
then Eminem.
Tupac.
Well, I recently saw one of the Eminem songs. Slim Shady.
Yeah.
Good one.
It was the edited version.
Yeah, obviously.
And let's just say I heard a little snippet of one of the other ones.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like, we're trying to give him like a little reference point for like, rap. Because he's 12, man.
Yeah. Hey, I was listening to rap when I was 12.
Yep.
My parents didn't know.
Yeah.
But I was listening to.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Kevin, thank you for
Yeah.
that performance there. That was really cool.
That should make you all you listeners want to go see that show.
Just for
Diary
that,
of a
worth
Wimpy
the
Kid.
price of admission.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
And it's not just him. Like, it's sort of a rap battle. Like, the other kids join in.
I love a rap
You
battle.
tell about that. Like, the other kids in the thing.
Yeah.
Well, I start off, I'm like, I'm so cool, but then they're like, no, I'm cool.
Yep.
So then they steal the mic and they like get on shades and everyone's like bopping around and moving around. And then even at the end, people bring out the money cannons.
Money cannons.
They bring out the money cannons and it's raining money. and then it just to top it all off, at the very end when we do poof, they do like a bop like ending sound, and when they do that, we throw the money in the air that we're holding from the beginning.
love
This
it.
isn't sounding anything like my middle school experience.
This is going to be the greatest. I can't wait
The
to see
music is awesome. I mean, there's
Yeah.
different genres. There's this whole thing, Safety Patrol is sort of like 80s workout feel to it. And obviously we had,
with it.
it's
Yeah.
pretty great.
My director Annika, she grew up in like Minnesota, so she's really into the 80s stuff.
Yeah, Minnesota people love
They
the 80s.
love them some 80s.
Love
Yeah.
the 80s.
This show premiered in Minnesota.
Yes.
It premiered in Minneapolis.
Yeah, Children's Theater
Yeah.
Company, yeah.
Yeah.
And they've originated apparently like hundreds of shows over the years. Like it's a kind of a place where, is that my accurate?
Oh no,
Fact checking.
I was like,
Yeah.
where can I take delegates?
Yeah,
Yeah.
see,
Maybe.
Exactly. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to go to Broadway.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, they kind of have a reputation
But it
for
will.
like, bringing, and that the production, the original production is, I think, 2016 there. And then they brought it back in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And when they did, it was, sort of revised a little bit and whatever. But they did this in coordination with even the movie studios like Fox. So the musical's a little bit more like the first 2 or 3 of the movies. And obviously borrows a lot from the books too.
Mm-hmm.
But Jeff Kinney himself was involved in that process. And then I think there was even like, maybe it's going to go to Broadway or off Broadway or something. COVID happened.
Yeah.
And then Playhouse in typical Playhouse style is able to like get these shows very early on. This is one of the first productions anywhere other than the original
I
production.
can't wait to see
Yep.
it. I got to read the books too.
I know.
Uh,
They also just did an official album, a cast recording, and Sutton Foster sang on it,
What?
and Jesse
Yeah,
Mueller.
Sutton
Yeah.
Foster.
Mm.
Yeah.
Talk about your A-lister there, right?
What?
A-listers. I mean, she's like top of the game, Everyone wants to see her in the show, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like a B-lister is like me and your dad.
Ryan's a B-list, and I'm just, I'm kind of here.
No, you're an A&1/2 lister. I don't know.
See, listen to this
You're
guy.
an A-minus.
A-minus.
Dad.
Oh, A-minus.
A-.
Awesome. So he slightly upgraded me.
I love that. Brenna, do you have any fun facts?
We covered a lot of things. I have some stuff on Jeff Kinney.
Fun facts with
Yeah. So it actually took him, I think, 8 years. He spent 8 years working on this before he even took it to a publisher. So it was a long time creating this story of Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I know he didn't really intend for it to be for kids, but then that's what it became.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the interesting. Kinney originally majored in computer science, but then he switched to criminal justice.
Whoa.
So he would have time to work on his comic for the school paper, which was called Igdoof.
Big doof.
So he didn't even study writing or comics. He got his degree in criminal justice.
Okay.
31 Wimpy Kid books have been released. And apparently he and his wife in 2015 opened a bookstore cafe in Plainville, Massachusetts called An Unlikely Story. I'm going to visit that.
That sounds cool.
I'm going to go to his, if it's still open. I'm sure it is.
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah. Just a shout out, Michael Mahler and Alan Schmuckler, who did the music and lyrics for the show. And then Kevin Del Aguila did the book.
Apparently very talented dudes there too, because it is great. I mean, it's definitely stands on its own.
I should have looked up if they had done anything else together.
It's
Um,
open.
Sweet. Yeah.
Going to Massachusetts.
Apparently the version that they did in Minneapolis when it premiered, they designed the stage to be slightly angled to the left so that it was off balance. You guys probably don't do that at the Playhouse team. Is the stage off balance?
No, yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
They actually do have some of the original projections from the artist who worked on that. I think his name's Mike Taj or something like that. It's Mike somebody.
Okay.
But yeah, they
Thanks,
were
Mike.
able to get Mike the man with the projection design. But yeah, none of the like off kilter kind of balancing, but they do have some. They did it in like this black and white kind of comic book style.
Oh, cool.
So like the lockers, the tables. Like one day they're rehearsing on brown tables, the next day they come back, they're black and white. You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah, they said they'd paint them one day.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
there's
that.
the
That's really
lockers, the house, all that kind of the elements that roll in and out. So
Now I'm just gonna say that my school locker I have a little bit of trouble with every once in a while, but it's usually pretty good.
Yeah. You ever get stuffed in a locker?
No.
No.
Lucky.
I have.
No, a lot of that stuff that they sell in the movies seems fake because I don't see it at my school at all.
well, good.
I got stuffed in a locker once, and I did not get out until because I was locked.
Yeah.
And it was in the gym.
They're big lockers.
Lockers.
So.
They're massive, and they just left me. And then it was like there was no class after that, so I'm just like sitting in there for like an hour and a half.
Oh no.
And then Mr. Hoffman comes in. I'm like, hey, let me out.
Oh, gosh.
It was an hour and a half.
A formative experience.
Yes.
For young Ryan
I
Dolly.
think you're the first person I've ever heard who has actually gotten stuff in
Every time I see a locker, I shudder. It's not fun.
How'd that smell?
The struggles of middle school, they are real. Then actually that's kind of what makes this show so relatable.
Yeah.
It's just stuff that we've all been through and, maybe not shoved in a locker, but
Yeah.
similar
That's just me.
experiences, similar personalities,
Just me.
just you.
Okay, so Cavin, when does the show run?
The show runs from May 10th to the 19th of May.
To the 19th at the Erie Playhouse, right?
The Erie Playhouse, yes.
Yeah. And who is your director?
Annika Lexfold, she has been here since
Just last year, right?
November.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe October, September, I don't know.
Yeah.
And she's done 3 shows for the Playhouse.
Who else is in the show?
Like names or
Yeah,
characters?
yeah. Give me some names of the actors, the kids that are in the show with you.
Okay, so we have Oren, who I don't know his last name. We
Stickler.
have Fregley, who is Gianna. We have this other kid, Jared, although I like to call him by his character name,
What's his character name?
Shirag.
Sharab.
He's
Is that the
in the
booger
mall
kid?
book scene.
Is that the booger kid?
No, that's not the Booker kid.
Okay.
That's the kid who I like to shrink his desk in the show.
Oh.
Like make it smaller by putting little cardboard bits under his desk. Spoiler
Booger
alert.
Kid's name is Fregley.
Spoiler alert.
Regularly.
Fregley. See, it kind of fits.
That does, yeah.
Yeah. And then there's also this actor, Phoebe. She's doing very good at her role.
Good.
And yeah,
Patty Farrell for her.
everyone's been doing really good. They
Yeah.
have a good cast.
Awesome.
I'm so
Awesome.
excited to
I
see
can't
it.
wait to see it. We're going on the 10th.
Yeah, opening
So
night.
opening night, we will be
Opening
there.
night, yes.
Yep.
Hmm?
So we'll come see you after the show. Yeah, give you a big high five.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. We're going to take a real quick break. It's going to be our Werner Books coffee break, and we will be right back. We are back from the Werner Books coffee break, and Brenna's microphone is sad. It just went, wow.
I'll slap real low.
Yeah, get low. So, what were we talking about? Oh, Werner Books coffee break. I had something new today. It's like a vanilla salt cold brew with blueberry foam. And it was glorious.
Sounds fancy.
It's so fancy.
Sounds
but it was,
sounds really fancy.
but it's really good fancy.
Yeah, really good fancy.
Yeah. Brenna had the Reader's Roast, obviously.
Don't mock.
Obviously. Obviously. And Werner Books, our friends over there, are actually on a bus trip to Buffalo today.
Shuffle off to Buffalo.
They're shuffling off to Buffalo to read some books at some bookstores out in Buffalo.
Nice.
There are
So,
a lot of bookstores in Buffalo.
Yeah. Yeah, I got there at about 9:00 at Werner Books, and the parking lot was packed. And I was like, what's going on here? And then I go in, and there's nobody in the store. And I was like, that's peculiar. And I went back, and I saw Ash at the register, and they said, I got here in the morning to open, and I thought I was late. And I thought all these people were waiting for me. But they were all on a bus to Buffalo that left at 6 a.m.
Wow.
So I hope they're having a good time.
They're already there, man.
Yeah, they're there. They've been there for a while. So we've had our coffee. We're good. We're good to go. Once again, here with 2 members of the busiest theater family in America.
Yes, we've all at least done at least one show for sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, these
Most way more.
sometimes 4 at a time. We're here with Cavin Kress, the Wimpy Kid from Diary of a Wimpy Kid at the Erie Playhouse, and we're here with his dad, Richard Kress,
Yep.
who you'll be up in June,
Guys
June
and
or
Dolls?
July.
Yeah, actually,
Guys and Dolls.
yeah, the next big show's Guys and Dolls. Actually,
Yeah.
the read-through was phenomenal. Like, I was
Yeah, yeah.
They got
The
some heavy
cast is
hitters in here. It's great. Yeah, stacked
It's-
cast.
Yeah, the casting is going really, really good for all these shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't wait to see that over the summer. You guys are gonna kill it, obviously. And we'll talk about that once we get closer to the show. But Cavin, we were talking a little bit earlier before we got on the podcast about some graphic novels, because we have Brenna here, who is a graphic novelist, and I am an enjoyer of graphic novels.
Enjoyer, yeah.
Yes.
That's
That's the word. And you also enjoy graphic novels. What's your favorite graphic novel?
One of my favorite graphic novels I have loved since second grade, when this kid, I'm not gonna say his name, she showed me these books and I was like, what? No. But I eventually really liked them. They're called the Bad Guys books, and they're about this wolf, snake, shark, piranha, and tarantula who actually got their own movie. But one of them, Mr. Wolf, wants them to be good guys, but they're like, no, we want to eat each other and all that stuff. And we want to like eat the doctors and eat the police and do all this stuff. And the wolf's like, no, we need to save cats from trees. We need to save the universe.
I feel that. I want to eat the insurance agents. Yeah. I get it, man.
And their next actual book is coming now, July 2nd, 2024.
Big news.
It's actually funny. They have almost as much, basically as much books as the Wimpy Kid books. They have their 19th one's coming out July 2nd. So have a look out for that one.
Sweet. And how many Wimpy Kid books are there?
Their
31.
release, I think, are 18. And I think coming out, there's maybe the 19th one.
Yeah, there's some related ones too.
Maybe
there's like
19's
31
already out.
total.
Okay.
And that includes like activity books and stuff.
Yeah, there's some spin-off ones with Rowley.
Yeah.
You know, that's the way to go if you're gonna write a graphic novel. You gotta like have one that you can just write a bunch of different stories around. Just keep that thing going forever.
Yeah.
Just make that money.
Actually,
I bet Jeff Kinney's so sick of these books.
I bet.
I don't know. I'll tell you
He's
what,
like,
though. They're wonderful. We were actually able to get in contact with Jeff leading up to this.
Somehow he has contact with him.
We did. I reached out. Took like 3 tries to actually get through to him. And actually his assistant has been wonderful. They sent us an entire like signed set of books
that's really
to
cool.
raffle off during the thing here. And actually there's another surprise coming that the kids don't even know about yet. So
are you allowed to say it?
No, I'm not.
Come on, Rick, you can't drop that on us and not say anything.
Well, yeah. So Jeff is maybe gonna drop it
because I'm here and he doesn't want me to know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm here and I want to know.
Like, kick me out. And then tell.
I'm trying to get it out for you, Cavin.
Yep.
I'm trying to
Sworn to secrecy.
I'm poking the bear here, okay? So the Bad Guys, that's awesome. I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for that because I've heard a lot about those books. We can't wait to see Diary of a Wimpy Kid. It's gonna be fantastic.
Yes.
We already heard you rap and it was awesome. You were
That's
spitting,
only like 1% of the great cast we have.
yeah, I mean, dude, you're spitting bars over there. Spitting fire.
Yes.
Can't wait for your first album.
I know. Let's get him in the studio. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that, about Diary of a Wimpy Kid before we, take off for the day when we do our What's on 814. Brenna and I just went to New York about a month ago, and we saw some stuff.
We saw 4 shows in 3 days.
Wow.
We did. It was awesome.
I'm jealous.
Yeah. First show was Sweeney Todd.
Cool.
And we got some good seats for a discount.
Yeah, we just showed up at the theater that morning. We're like,
One of
what
those
do you
like
have?
lottery things or something?
It wasn't a lottery. Their lottery, or their, what is it, Rush ends really early because they have Sutton Foster and Aaron Tveit in the show, so they're like, people are lining up at the door in the morning. But I was like, do you guys have any Rush tickets left or anything? And he was like, no, but I can get you some $200 seats right up front for $100.
Sweet.
And I was like, give me 2. We went around to a couple theaters and checked on other shows, but like that's what we landed on.
Yeah.
And
most theaters had things available for
Oh, yeah.
some kind of discount, even after the rush had happened.
you just have to ask for the discounts. That's what you have to do.
Never hurts to ask.
Yeah, never hurts to ask. I loved it. I really enjoyed the show. I thought Aaron Tveit was so wrong for the part.
I agree. He was wrong. Right. He was still great to watch. I mean, he's still very, very talented.
Yeah, he's an incredible actor.
Yeah.
Sutton Foster put on a 2.5-hour masterclass in comedy. Though.
Yeah, she was brilliant. Like, if she hadn't been in it, I don't know how I would have felt about it as a whole.
Yeah.
She was just incredible.
Yeah. It was. I would watch that again, even with Aaron Tveit, just to watch her.
Yeah.
But the second show, so we did this whole Office themed thing. You've seen The Office, right?
Oh, yes.
So we went to Scranton on the way there.
I saw some of your posts about that. Yeah.
Yeah, we did a little tour of Scranton, like office tour, and we had a great time. And then the next night, or 2 nights later, we saw Uncle Vanya with Steve Carell.
My hero.
He's your hero.
He
An
acknowledged.
unlikely hero, I would think.
No, Steve Carell is everyone's hero. Like, that man is.
America's sweetheart.
I
everyone's
love
hero.
that guy. I want him to be my second dad. I love him.
I know.
That's great.
I just want him in the family.
I
So
want him in the
badly.
family. He can be my Uncle Vanya. He was incredible in the show, and
Yeah.
I'm so sad he didn't get a Tony nom.
Gee.
I know.
But like, it was so good. And we met him after the show.
Oh.
And we
Yes.
got his autograph.
Yes.
And
Got
God,
some video of him in the background.
yeah, I was gonna ask him to take a picture, but I could tell he was like he's uncomfortable.
He was
with
so
all this thing.
tired. He was being bombarded.
I imagine, yeah.
Yeah, but it was great just to. He locked eyes with us and like
Yeah.
talked to us for a second.
People looked deeply into Steve Carell's eyes.
I did too. I was like, I love you, Steve.
He went into a trance.
Yeah. He's so good. And William Jackson Harper was incredible.
And he did get a Tony nom. And
Yes.
he deserved that. He was fantastic in
Yeah.
that show.
And then we won the lottery for Kimberly Akimbo for the Sunday matinee. or
Front
Saturday
row
matinee.
seats.
Yeah, front row seats, $50. It was sweet. That show's a lot of fun. That's a good show for you to watch out for when it starts coming into theaters.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's about some like high school kids.
Mm-hmm.
So when that comes out to the theaters around here, it'll probably be around the age where
He
he's
might be
popping
in
up
high
into
school. Yeah.
Yeah.
So look out for that.
It's so funny.
It's
There's some great songs.
Yeah, it's great.
Well,
Yeah.
I've seen some funny shows.
And they ice skate on stage.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You want to ice skate on stage?
No.
No.
You can't see him. His face changed. Like,
Yeah. He was like, no, I don't think I want to do that.
No.
And then the last show, the 9-time Tony Award nominated Cabaret. And you know our love for
oh,
Cabaret.
absolutely.
We love us some Cabaret. It was so good.
And it was actually the second time I'd seen that production because Rebecca Frecknell directed the version I saw in the UK when I was there last summer. And it was quite similar. The choreography was different. They had made several changes, but it was pretty much the same production. It's
We love
That'd
us
be
some
so fun.
cabaret, they said.
Yeah.
That's the theater folk equivalent of we love us some Cabernet.
Yeah. So it's up for 9 Tony Awards: Best Revival of Musical, Eddie Redmayne for Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role, and that's way too many words for a category.
Morty.
Eddie Redmayne,
Best
Gail Rankin.
Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role in a Musical. So many words. Gail Rankin for Best Performance by an Actress in a Leading Role in a Musical, and Steven Skybell, who was
Herr Schultz.
Herr Schultz for featured role, and Baby Newirth, who stole the show in my opinion.
Yeah, she was great.
Unbelievable.
You said like choreography and costuming too.
Yeah, so Tom Scott is up for 2 Tonys for Best Scenic Design and Best Costume Design, and Isabella Boyd for Best Lighting Design of a Musical, and Nick Lidster for Best Sound Design of a Musical. So they're going all
Very
in.
deserving.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. So that was our trip to New York. What was your favorite?
A cabaret.
Yeah, mine too. Mine too.
Little biased, but yeah, right.
Yeah.
It was Cabaret and then meeting Steve Carell.
Yeah.
Actually, it's meeting Steve Carell and then Cabaret for me.
So it's okay to meet your idols then after meeting Steve Carell.
I don't need to do anything else after meeting Steve Carell.
Yeah, no, I was like, we could end this trip right now.
Yeah.
We'll be happy. But yeah, no, it was so cool. So cool.
I feel like Uncle Vanya was probably my second favorite show. Also, like
think so
that
too.
was, but it was his performance was amazing.
While we're on the topic of awesome performance, I just want to give a shout out to Franklin, PA. Yes. Like half a month ago or something, or not half a month ago, like a year ago, they did this show called School of Rock. It's probably one of my all-time favorites. All about this one guy was like rock and roll, and the students are like, no, we want to learn. So eventually, it gets them rocking and rolling, and people are like, you need to work, and their moms are like, you need to work, and they're like, no, we're gonna rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
I get it, man. I get it.
So bummed I missed that
They did
one.
an awesome job on that one.
Yeah, I bet.
Shout out to Franklin, PA.
Shout out Franklin, PA.
They're within the coverage, you know.
Yeah, they are.
Around
Yeah, they're
Meadville.
sure.
But they're like half an hour more than Meadville.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
And Meadville is half an hour away, so you can
From us,
imagine hour away
Yeah.
from our house.
I can make it in 45.
Nice. You have a helicopter too.
I do. I have a
Wow.
private bullet train.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
Next book.
I can't tell.
He'll be in there too. It's fine.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to do What's on 814. We're about to go live on Facebook. Are you ready to go live on Facebook, Kevin?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Look smart.
So look smart. Look smart.
Look
kid.
wimpy.
It's like an old
I'm already wearing
expression.
glasses, so I'm all
Yeah.
good.
Okay. Let me flip the camera. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to What's on 814.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're here with the star of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the Wimpy Kid himself, Cavin Kress. Oh no, it's his dad. He's the Wimpy Kid. Richard Kress, who will be in Guys and Dolls at the Erie Playhouse.
Coming up soon.
So, you know, some good stuff going on at the Playhouse, and we cannot wait to see the show, Kevin.
Yes.
Like, you blew us away with your rap performance earlier,
Mhm.
and everybody's going to hear that on the podcast.
Not to be missed. No.
Not to be missed. It's Cavin Kress, Chris Peterson,
No.
and Tupac for me. Those are my rappers. Those are my top 3. Brenna, hi.
Hey.
What you doing?
Are we ready?
I think we're ready. What's on 814?
All right. The Academy. This is the final weekend for Fiddler.
Go see it.
The
Seen it
best
tonight.
show I've
See
seen
the
at the
show.
Academy for a long time.
You guys
It's
are going tonight,
incredible.
right?
Tonight. We're
Yes,
going
tonight.
Julia Kemp is a master at what she does. So yeah, make sure you see that. It's the final weekend for that. And then Jersey Boys will be opening July 12th, running through August 4th. Ryan is in that.
I am in that.
Yes.
I'm Joe Pesci.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's another great cast, but I do want to give a shout out to my very, very dear friend Karina, who's got her first lead role.
Yeah.
Everyone in that show is like very, very deserving. I'm so proud of all of you, but shout out especially
She's a wonderful
to her.
person, by the way. I was in
She-
Young
Yeah.
Frankenstein with her.
Yeah.
So
The whole cast is like, they're just great people.
Yep.
And I can't
Top
wait to
to
work
bottom.
with all of them. Yeah.
okay, so then MCT, they're doing small jokes about monsters May 10th through the 19th. And that is Meadville. Moving on to Erie, All in Act. Charlie's Aunt. Okay. So All in Act, I'm sure a lot of you have seen already. They had a fire, and they're going to be raising money, you know, to
Rebuild.
rebuild. But Charlie's Aunt is still on May 17th to 25th, but it's going to be happening at Station Dinner Theater.
Mhm.
They're waiting because there's something else running right now at Station Dinner Theater. I'll
Yeah.
mention that later. But May 17th to 25th, you can still see Charlie's Aunt. Drama Shop, we just wrapped up the Originals Festival. It was incredible, but they're moving on to Alice by Heart, June 7th through the 30th. Footlights is doing a spring variety show May 15th and 16th at PACA. And then PACA, this is also the final weekend to see Decision Height. I've heard really, really great things about that. So check that out. And then the next show will be Getting Out, May 31st through June 16th. The Playhouse, Diary of Wimpy Kid, starring Cavin over here. That's May
Yep.
10th through the 19th. And then after that, Guys and Dolls will be opening June 14th through 30th, which will have Rick Kress right over
And
here.
wifey. I always say
And
and wifey.
Holly.
Phenomenal cast.
Yeah. Station Dinner Theater is doing Unnecessary Farce through May 11th. Warner Theater will be hosting Shrek Musical on Tour May 14th and 15th.
And we will be speaking with a cast member from Shrek sometime in the next 2 weeks.
You guys have the
So-
best connections.
We do.
Yep.
We do. We have some very good connections. Allie over at Broadway and Erie is
Hooks you up.
she's awesome.
Thank
We
you,
love her.
Allie.
Yes, and also I want to shout out Brett Johnson,
Yes.
at Mercyhurst.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just saw Grab and Creel.
absolutely love what he's doing, and he gives us tickets to give away for all these like superstars that come to Erie.
Yeah, we saw Jessica Voss there
Mhm.
actually as a result of the raffle here.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I forgot.
And Brett
So-
did mention that the new season will be announced very soon.
Thursday.
This Thursday.
Thursday coming up. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's Erie. Barrow Civic Theater in Franklin. This is the final weekend to see Jesus Christ Superstar. With Jesus here. But then SpongeBob
Thank
the
you, Kevin.
Musical will be opening June 21st, running through the 30th. I'm so excited for SpongeBob the Musical. I love that show.
And like my dude Keegan out there is playing SpongeBob, and he's a younger dude. He's killing it.
Yeah.
He plays John, my apostle, and he's so good. I can't wait
Nice.
to see him. As,
You root for him too.
yeah, you really
know
do.
these people, and you're like, yes, it's their
Yeah.
turn. Yeah.
Like, John the Apostle is SpongeBob.
Yeah,
SpongeBob.
you really do. You just love to see, you love to see your friends like have like an amazing opportunity. Like,
Yeah, and like especially like these younger guys, like these younger kids,
Yeah.
they're like, they're really just trying to get these lead roles, and they just want to be involved. And when you see them succeed like that,
The
it's,
next
it makes me
generation.
so happy.
Next
Like, this guy-
generation.
I didn't know that they announced the cast list yet.
They did not announce it yet, but they did call everybody in the cast.
Mm-hmm.
They are really they do that thing there where they like
To
find
accept
out
the role,
everybody's
whatever, yeah.
in, and then they post it. They're posting it Monday.
Okay. Okay, so this will be out by then.
Yes, but Keegan, he knows.
Yeah. And then finally, Gannon Schuster Theater will be putting on the Shakespeare in the Park, July 14th through the 17th. They just announced the cast list for 12th night.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's a great cast. So good. That'll be happening at the Leaf Center at Frontier Park,
Right.
July 14th through the 17th.
Shout out to Gannon also. Love the show. I did Gypsy there in December.
Yeah,
Amazing program there too.
yeah. Jordan's killing it.
Jordan's killing it. Yep.
Yep.
The Shoesties Awards just happened.
Oh yeah.
And you're looking at, I won walking smiley face.
Okay.
I was honored.
Yeah, I could
honored.
definitely see that. I could definitely see that, and I love that. What you whispering over there, Cavin?
I don't know.
I got you on camera.
Live and in person.
Cavin, why don't you tell us one more time, where can they see Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and when can they see it?
Erie Playhouse on May 10th, 2024. And you can get tickets at erieplayhouse.org.
Nicely
Awesome.
done.
Yeah.
So Cavin Kress on his media tour after going to Erie News Now yesterday.
He's gracing our show with his presence.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
What an honor.
we love it. We love it. So-
yeah.
We can't wait to see you next week, and keep doing what you're doing. Keep working hard,
Yeah.
and say bye, everybody.
See you later.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you for joining us in Spotlight 814.
Yes, the close.
Oh my God, I'm keeping that at the end of every episode. Thank you, Cavin. We love it. All right. Bye, everybody.